afternoon, everyone. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good. Once again, good afternoon. This is Raj Verma with you. Dear friends, today I'm here with a very different topic. And the topic is concept of limits. Well, after the several demands of my students, I came to the conclusion that I should actually define what is limit. Because many of the students they get confused. What exactly is limit? As the name of our channel is Mathematics, Life, and I, the Raj Verma. So, I just want to clarify, I just want to show you what is limit and how exactly it works in our life. Alright? First of all, we'll go for the mathematical definition. And the definition is, let f be a function defined on some domain, then the function f is said to have limit L as x tends to a if x minus a less than delta implies f of x minus L is less than epsilon. Okay, where delta and epsilon are very small numbers. Alright, as you can see over here, this is the actual mathematical definition of limit. And what exactly does it mean? Here, we have got a function, and what we can see over here is when the distance between x and a, when x approaches to a, the distance is sufficiently small means when x approaches to a, then the distance between f of x and L becomes sufficiently smaller. That means f of x approaches to L. It means that when you drag this x towards a, when you take this x towards a, then f of x will automatically be dragged towards L. It means that when x approaches to a, then f of x approaches towards L. It means that when you drag this x towards a, when you drag this x, you can see over here, this is a, and here are many values of x. When you drag this x towards a, meanwhile, f of x will be dragged towards L forcefully. When you drag this x towards a, either from left or from right, then f of x will automatically be dragged towards L. So this is the mathematical definition. Now what you understand from this? Let me clear it up. Actually, it simply means that it's a condition. Limit is a condition. It's a constraint that we raise upon certain acts, upon certain conditions. Here you are free to choose any value of x. When x goes nearer to a, no need to be exactly a. When it just approaches to a, f of x approaches to L. So what you can see over here is limit means it's some kind of contract, some kinds of condition. It's very practical, man. Limit is everywhere. In our daily life, you can see limit. In your every single action, you can see your limit. In your every single desire, every single movement, you can see limit. Alright, take care of this. Now let me give you some examples over here. As you have gone through your textbook, yeah, that's it. We have got a circle. And what I'll do is I'll draw one triangle over here inside. Next, I'll go on increasing the number of sides. 4. Then again, next. 5, 6, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And many. So what you can see is, as we go on increasing the number of sides, the area of this triangle, quadrilateral, whatever, the polygon goes on increasing. And finally, when the number of sides of polygon goes towards infinity, then what happens? The area of polygon goes towards the area of circle. Area of circle. So what does it mean? It proves that the limiting value of this polygon is the area of circle. You get my point? Means you are free to increase the number of sides as many as you can. When you put infinitely many sides over here, the area goes on increasing and increasing. But whatever is the area of that polygon, it cannot be more than the area of circle. Yes. So that is how it defines limit. Here, in sides you can suppose x, right? So when x approaches to infinity, then area, that is fx, area approaches to area of circle. So this is one example of limit. Okay. Now again, let me give you one more example. Let's say you have got a sequence. 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. You can see over here, the general term for this sequence is 1 by n. When you go on increasing n, this value goes on decreasing. And when n tends to infinity, what happens? 1 by n tends to 0. It means the limiting value, you just go on adding the terms, go on adding yourself infinitely higher value at the denominator. In that case, this total value will go to us 0. It means the limiting value of this sequence is 0. It means that, see, these are some practical examples, these are some mathematical examples I'm showing over here. In fact, limit is very, very realistic. It's very, very practical. Limit is a point that defines the ultimate goal of your actions. It is the boundary line. It is the boundary line. You can see it is the circumstance, the border line, the line of control of your life, line of control of your feelings, of your experience, a line of control of your actions, of your behaviors. Now let me show you how it is related to practical life. All right, imagine when you are small. Imagine when you were small, or just imagine a kid. When you were small, when you go to the school, then your teacher starts explaining you. You can do this, you can do that. You can read the books, you can do your class works, you can discuss each other's, but you cannot make noise. Yes. Here, again, there is a limit. The limit is when you make noise. When you make noise, X converges towards noise. Look here, it's very clear. X means your activities of that child. When this approaches towards noise, then f of x, that is the reactions of teacher, and this converges towards punishment. See here how we are using the limit in a school, in a college, in an university, right? In a university. All right. So this is how we use limit in a school or somewhere. Now imagine when you go for some kinds of job. With this banking, it's any financial institution, it's customer service, it's any kinds of job, IT, whatever job you are doing for. Okay? At the very beginning, the HR manager will hand you over the huge set of terms and conditions. Yes. You can do this, you can do that. Your timing, your salary, this, that, all these things will be there. But again, there will be a boundary, the limit. The limit is that you cannot go beyond these policies. If you go beyond these policies, then the reaction of the company, your limiting value will be termination. So limit is a contract. There is a contract. Everywhere there is limit. At your workplace. At your workplace, where you go, whatever is associated with you, everywhere there is limit. Likewise, let's see one more example. The limit exists between any two persons. Either they are friends, couples, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, these brothers, sisters, brothers, whatever. I'll give you one example. Between a husband and wife, the wife suddenly raises the conditions. All right, you can do all these things. You can go here and there. You can do your work. You can chat. You can chit-chat with others. No problem. But you are not supposed to flirt with other girls. If you start flirting with other girls, then the limiting value of our relationship will be the divorce. See, there is limit. Everywhere there is limit. Even in your own personal life, imagine every single day you will be just thinking, I should do this, I should not do this. You set your own boundaries, you set your own targets. I have to do this. Those all are the examples. In fact, life is full of limits. Everywhere there is limit. When you wake up, there is limit. When you sleep, there is limit. When you act, there is limit. Everywhere there is limit. Most often we see people, they're saying that, they're simply giving some advices to others. All right, you should do this. You should not harm others. You should do good works. You should do something better for others and for yourself. This, that, even you see the religions, the Bibles, the Quran, the Qurans, whatever it is, all these, the holy books, all of them work on the basis of limit. Everywhere there is limit. Without limit, nothing exists. Limit is the compact form. It is the compact and summarized form, mathematical form of our daily actions, emotions, feelings, and our in general, our whole life. There is everywhere. Because if you see religiously, problems like, most often they say that if you do good things after the death, your spirit will rest in peace. If you do bad things or sins, if you commit sins, then your spirit will go to hell. These are all the limits. They are just limiting you towards the positive side. If you do something good, definitely you will get something good. For example, if you do put your hard work, if you do better study, if you do better performance, if you show better performance in your works in your life, you will be rewarded by different kinds of medals, certificates, different prizes. Yes, those all are the limits, the limiting values of your good deeds, good actions. So you can imagine, without limit, nothing exists in this universe. Just try to accept limit as a practical approach. It is made for human life. It is just the mathematical way to interpret the life. So limit is everywhere. Limit is everywhere. Alright? Hope you got somehow the concept of limit, how it is associated with our life. And last but not the least, limit is everything, as I said earlier. It is the path, it is the motivation, the source of motivation. It is the ultimate ray of light that controls our entire universe. Alright? So please try to understand these things and get the ideas of limit, dear students. Don't be confused. Alright? It's very clear, very simple. And that's all for today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you like, please subscribe. If you want any special topic, if you have any confusion in any special topic, do let me know by commenting, or by even you can email me. Alright, I'll mention the emails in my description box. You can email me and you just clarify your confusions. Alright, so stay tuned, take care, and stay safe, stay home. Have a great day. Bye bye.